May 22nd, 2025. And boy, very cloudy today. That's one thing for sure. It is a cloudy day. And I just wiped off the windshield for you. We're going to be doing that a lot on this trip because it has been raining. Yesterday it was raining. The day before that it was raining. This has been raining. All the April showers have been showing up in the month of May, and our flowers are growing, and it's great. Anyhow, so it's a great day in the D. Any day is a great day when you wake up and you're able to take that breath of fresh air, or not so fresh air. I don't know. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Every day that you wake up and you're able to talk and all that other stuff, it's a great day. So, before we get started, I want to say thank you very much to all of our new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing, and if you have not done so already and you're watching this, just go ahead and mash the subscribe button. It's completely free. You help us grow the channel and become a part of the Detroitdis family. That's right. That way, and also when you hit the notification bell after you hit the subscription bell, you get to know when we go live by getting notifications. That's also completely free. There's a lot of free stuff on YouTube, and these are the things that are free. Anyhow, we really appreciate all of our subscribers. Our subscriber goal is 1,000, by the way. So, anyhow, it's Thursday morning. Today's topic is one that I think that's really, really important to really take in consideration when a lot of time here. So, about this time of year is always like a sad time to me, sort of, and that's due to the fact that my father passed away back 2011. So it's been like 14 years this year. And so, but he died at an early age of 67. I mean, and he would have been 82 this year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because he was born in 1943. And I think that would have been a good life at 82. But I mean, there's a lot of people now that are living until their 90s and 100s even. I mean, we're getting a lot of people in the triple digits, and that's really great. Medicine's come a long ways, and if you don't stress yourself out because of the social issues in life, and you try to limit your exposures to a lot of things, you might be living a lot less stress. You'll be a lot less stressed. You'll be more stress-free. There you go. Not a lot of less stress-free. You'll have a lot less stress. There you go. So, I wanted to talk about the topic of wasting time. Like, what do you mean, wasting time? And I think it's really important about that. Wasting time. So there's one thing that we do every year, twice a year actually, for right now, until some lawmaker decides that they're really going to do this, put it into it. But every year we fall back our clocks, and then we spring them back forward. We get to manipulate time. Also, one thing for sure is I don't know any time travelers, and I've never seen a TARDIS in person. So, that said, there's no way to, change time, go back in time, change things in the past. You can only live for the future, that is. You can only have future goals. Everything's in the future. You can live in the present. That's important too. Take care of what's happening right now. And it's very important, but also you have to have some type of goals in the future. You got to have that. But when I say don't wasting time, that talks about the time, this present time. And I'm going to say don't waste your time. Because we don't know how long we have to live. We don't know when that day will be that we're not going to be here on, living a life here on Earth, or living a life here, as we know it. Because I don't know what comes next. So that's the thing, and so because of that, I think it's really important to not waste life away. Don't waste your chances. Don't waste time. Make sure you're very focused on whatever it is that you're doing in life, and go chase your dreams. It's really important to do that. Dream chasing is a great trait to have. Sometimes you may need encouragement to do such, or I think or you may need some motivation, encouragement and motivation also. You might need some help. And so, yeah. But once you get going, you're going towards those goals or whatever it is you're setting out to accomplish. And I think that's really, really important to know. So today, I want to say that let us not live our life in the past, but and let our future not be wasted, and let's not waste today or tomorrow. Every day, commit yourself to saying, listen, I'm not going to waste the day away. Because if you could set I think if you're going to plan a day, you should try to have one productive goal towards your larger goal every day of the week. Because that's what it's all about. So my goal myself this year is going to be every day try to set out something that I'm going to accomplish. Hey, that's what I did today. What did you do today? If somebody asks you what you did today, don't let it be some generic thing. I woke up and I went to the store, I did this. What did you do to accomplish what it is that you're setting out in the future? What one thing did you do towards something that's happening in the future that you're working on? What you're like, yeah, I'm going to set out to read a book. I'm going to set out to, categorize this. I'm going to do this goal in my head. I'm going to organize that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to walk there. I'm going to exercise here. What is your goal? It doesn't have to be a super big goal. And that's what I think that some people don't realize is that, and they kind of get frustrated and they feel like they're not succeeding is that they do not have small successes while they're working towards a larger goal, and then they just say, forget it, I'll never get there. And so you got to have, it's like an out, you got to have like this checklist of things, progressive checklist, one might call it, to get to that one thing that you're doing. We got to check all the boxes, and then boom, we're finished. It's like taking a test. Or we finished all the chapters, now we're here at the end. Here's the grand finale, So that's what I wanted to talk about today. That's like primarily the main topic of today. I've been wanting to talk about this for a quick minute. I don't know that I can talk about it anymore or give you any more insights, because I'm not a perfect person, but I'm just giving you what I know. And hopefully this got you to start thinking about, not wasting every day away. I think you do got to get rest every day. There's things that you must do every day. You got to eat. You got to get rest. Rest is important. We'll talk about that in another video. We'll be talking again in another video about, the things that you actually need to do, about what I call, we're going to be calling it bedtime procrastination, but we're going to be talking about that soon in another video coming up. And because I think that's another topic that a lot of people have or suffer from, is bedtime procrastination and not insomnia. A lot of people believe they're insomniacs, but I think it's more like they're just going to bed at a later time and whatnot. So, yeah. Anyhow. Man. So it's a rainy day here in Detroit. If you haven't noticed, my windshield wipers are going off ever so often. Sorry about that. You're probably hearing the clicking of the windshield wipers, or my keys shaking around, or whatever. These are car noises. Secondly, maybe this will all clear up. We're supposed to be having a Memorial Day parade. Memorial Day, and I'll make a message on Memorial Day, because I like to do that, because I am a veteran and Memorial Day means much. But I'll go into that. Look forward to the Memorial Day message from the Detroitdis. So basically, let's talk about some sports. Sports is always fun and exciting and great to talk about. So the one team that's still playing right now, the Detroit Tigers, they are doing phenomenal. They have the best record in the Major League Baseball right now, after 50 games of playing baseball. That is something else. That's pretty good. It's exciting, actually, here in Detroit. I think there's more people right now that are watching baseball in Detroit than ever before. I know there's a lot of people who say, and the same thing when the Lions have been winning. We have a lot more. I think we have a lot more sports fans these days in Detroit, because our teams are starting to win. The owners have made changes of who they hire, the coaches, the players, team owners are helping make these dreams come true. So, yeah. And I think the Pistons next year will be a solid team. They made it to the playoffs. Small goals. The next goal is repeat what you did last year and add on to it. These are all small goals to reach the championship. And it's important, because you're building a team, and you get people to, really work together. So, sports, baseball is great here these days. I also, I follow golf, and one of the interesting things that is going to be happening is Detroit is getting a top golf league, which is basically a golf league that's played where you hit the ball, like on a screen and stuff like that. And then this is going to be very interesting to see how well that does. Rory, two golfers, Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, they are behind the top golf league, I guess. Well, maybe they kind of like were the people who started playing it, and I think they had a match one time and whatnot. So, yeah, that was the thing. So a little update. Let's hear what's going to be going on this weekend. We have it's the beginning of Memorial Day weekend on Saturday, the Saturday before. Some cities have already had a parade this previous weekend. Our city has a parade this Saturday, and then there's another city that has a parade on Monday, with a ton of cities having their parades on Monday, Memorial Day. And then after Memorial Day, schools are ending first week in June, and then people are going to start having their graduation parties. And then for the next 2.5 months, it will be no school. The weather will start getting better, and it's going to be great. So I don't have any. My daughter's not living with us. I guess we're what they call empty nesting, but I do kind of miss taking my kids to her school. I do miss that part. And then because it's just has a lot of memories to it. She went to the same school I did and graduated from there, so that was exciting stuff. But I think that make sure that, about like when I talked about not wasting time, make sure that when your kids are in high school, make sure you share a lot of time with them. Make sure that everything's memorable, because I don't feel weirded out that you enjoy participating. Yeah, that's all cool. It's all cool stuff. Wow, it's almost 8 o'clock. Wow. So it's been a great day so far on the drive to work. These are unedited vlogs that go up. I post them to YouTube. There's no editing going on, and that's the way I like to keep it. And we're going to be working, doing some different type of formats of videos in the future. I like doing the drive time rant. It's kind of therapeutic. I get to talk about what's going on. I don't like to talk about politics. I don't like to talk about a lot of controversial things. I know it sounds kind of boring maybe, but I'm going to start spicing it up. I'm going to start doing a couple things, like having turning this into like a thing where I have these different segments of the drive time rant. Yeah, I think that's going to be good, where we'll have like a sports portion, a Disney portion, and whatever. I think that will pan out to be good. I'll have to think of a couple more, or, like the main subject, and then maybe some other things. We'll have to see how that all pans out. But it should be exciting. I think I'm going to work on that. That's a little small goal that we have, to make sure that we plan out the drive time rant, even though it's unedited. Nothing wrong like planning for your videos so that you know what you want to say and you get it out there. You get your message out there. Blammo, ba-boom. So that's really, really, really important. So I hope everybody has a great Thursday. They call it Throwback Thursday. So it's okay on Thursday to think about things in the past and recall them, and kind of think about things on Thursdays only, right? No, I'm just joking. But no, I mean, I think it's important to keep up with, people from your past and networking and stuff like that, and I think that's all important. But anyhow, thanks for watching. You guys have a great one, and for now, you know what time it is. Over and out.